With the Bitcoin Spot ETF rumor mill churning away. Hold on to your hats, my friends. This weekend, she could be a doozy. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning tea. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the winds ply. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni ringing the The FOMO index has jumped up to 72 from yesterday's Siggity A. Bitcoin dominance is 51.6%. 24-hour volume is 79 billion. The overall market cap is 1.68 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, we can't say she's been an uneventful week. Price action roller coaster on tilt for this first week of 2024. After recovering from our flash dump on Wednesday, price action fought its way back up and out of our channel of eternal monotony, picking out at 44.7. Then she got insta-rejected back down to 42.6 and has continued the good fight up to a time of production 44.1, grasping for dear life. At a channel resistance level, you can see the bears weren't playing around with the spikes over this channel, leaving some decent wicks of rejection every time we poked our nose above. This is that line in the sand, 44.1 that is, that will dictate under normal market conditions whether we're bullish or bearish. Above her, the bulls are firmly in charge, and below her belongs to the bears. We are getting a decent support from the 200 moving average when the price dumps, but I'm keeping my papers on this resistance level, hoping we can pump up and over her today. Now over on the ding dong, you can see we're carving out this cute little hammer candle, which is a show of strength. If we can get up to our channel resistance at 45.2 and close at or above, that will be a true signal that the bulls have taken back this channel. If we can't, well, we're just mincing words in our channel of monotony. And despite the volatility we saw this week, it all just adds up to a rangy chop of nothingness. We are making higher highs, so that's bullish. Quick look at the Wookiee. Sees our stay green price for the wing is way down at 42.2, but my heartbreakingly optimistic target for this Sunday would be at or above this channel resistance up at 46.7, which is only a 6% jump from here, which is roughly half of the 12% ups and downsies we saw this week. But with the rumor mill of approval porn running rampant, there's no telling what could happen to price action if the SEC tries to slide it in, a couple minutes before midnight, which is when all these psychopaths implement their big plans. But have some dry powder ready, because the market could give us another dump of disappointment if we don't see it approved today, gifting all of us one last chance to switch our worthless fiat blood money into life-changing wealth. Oh, that dirty fiat blood gauge. When you look at that, my friends, the sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, but we're lucky enough to have them anyway. So get out there and knock them dead. And remember, We're playing the same game as the psychopathic elected leech. That's right, it's the long game. Suss him out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee. Join me for a quick one, and it's Friday, so sing me out, won't you? Or on the banks of Boom to Spang. Whoa! Oh, that dirty fiat blood money. Yes, will we get one more chance to stock up on a little bit of Bitcoin with the unapproved spot Bitcoin ETF, or will it be approved? I think because there's so much ado about nothing with this approval that if it doesn't come today, which, you know, if it does come today, we'll see it in the stream probably. Right, if 8:30, I know there's some. What is it? The non-farm payroll comes out on 8:30, so that could, you know, move the market a bit, but nothing significant. The only thing that's going to move this market is the approval or the non-approval. And I think, you know, judging by the reaction the other day to the rumor of non-approval, I think that might drop it, and you might get another chance to pick up a little bit of cheaper Bitcoin. And when I say cheap, I don't know, 30. Will the non-approval go back down to 39.6? Maybe, I don't know. A lot of chatter about the thumbnail. That's Gary Gensler. Let me see this. Gary Gensler as a new kid. He was he didn't make it as a new kid on the block. He tried out. They said, listen, we'd like to hire you because your family has a lot of money, but unfortunately you don't have the look, you don't have the moves, you can't sing, you have no musical ability whatsoever, nobody really likes you, you're unphotogenic, and the camera hates you. So unfortunately, with those things, we're going to have to pass. And we got this other guy named Marky Mark who might take your place. Johnny December. I love the thumbnail. Well, you know, in these markets, you gotta try to do something to bring in the bums in the seats. We got 45 likes. We need 100, or else YouTube kills the video. It just stops it dead at 500. It's funny to see, because when I check the metrics in the morning, everything goes the way it is, and then at 500, if it's not 100, but by the time this is done, just kills it. But that's life in the fast lane of YouTube. 102 days before the Bitcoin halving. Like, I've heard 100, so I'm just looking at mine here. The one that I keep here. It says 102 days, 14 hours, 33 minutes, 56 seconds. Some people say 100. Not sure. Either way, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive as an early Bitcoin investor. It really is one of those moments in generational societal movements where sometimes I just can't believe it. Like, I'm taken aback by how lucky I was to stumble upon it. And here I am, and here we are. Because this really is that story you'll be telling for the rest of your life. You know, people will ask you, hey, C-Rab, hey, Adam San, hey, Swashbuckling Scallywag, hey, Satoshi John, hey, Hassan Pfeffer, how the F did you front run the Bitcoin spot ETF? Before you even front run it, how did you even know to get in it? How did you even find Bitcoin? Like, what were you doing that you found Bitcoin before everyone else? How did you end up in front of 99% of the human population? How did you figure it out? What is so special about you? Adam Sand, Swashbuckling Scallywag, Tara Rooster, Brendan, Sneaky Pete Vaporizer, Dave Digital, Brad Logs, and Earthscum, Captain Swinking Pants. What's so special about you that you figured this out before 99% of the population? How did you do it? It's a mystery to me. That's why I kind of believe in this simulation theory. It's the only way I explain it. I can explain it to myself. Yeah. Dave Digital, we're likely going to sweep the local lows minus the scam week. Then bing bong. Das Peach, pianomattyb showed me the way. Well, I kind of feel like, save for maybe a cycle and a cycle or a half, we're almost all in the same time period. And when I say that, yeah, there's some people that have been here since 2009, 2011, 2014, they were here, the early ones. But the real challenge of those people, why anyone who lasted that long is really a true champion, is that they didn't sell, right? It's one thing to have been around and sold and got back in and sold and got back in. It's another one to have held it all that time. So let's just do some relative math here. Misco says, feel like I was late at first, but realizing I'm still early talking to others. I feel the exact same way, Misco. I do feel I'm late compared to, the 2011s and the 2012ers. What do I have all these texts? Trading of ETFs could start as early as next week. Okay, only 39% of TradFi advisors think ETF could be approved. Well, that makes sense because all the advisors I know have no clue about the spot Bitcoin. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I was playing squash with a guy. I'm like, can you ask your advisors if they know anything? No, they didn't know anything. Can you believe that? Unbelievable. DJ Morgan, before I started watching YouTube people talk about it. I guess I read that wrong. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, what Misco said. Misco said, feel like I was late at first, but realizing I'm still early talking to others. Yes, I feel the same way because, get these texts off here. Because we live in a little bit of a bubble, right? In our community, we feel like everyone knows about Bitcoin. Everyone is just waiting to buy a Bitcoin, right? When the reality of it is, the vast majority. It really, so when you see those pie charts of we're of the 2% or less than 2% of the entire human population that knows about it, it really is true when you go out and have some discussions with people, because they may know of it like they know of the New Kids on the Block. They've heard of it. They can't name a song. They don't really know when and if they came out and are they still together, right? But they have heard of Bitcoin. Most of them think, of course, wow, it's a Ponzi scheme. It's a scam, right? That's what they all think. But in due time, my friends, all that will change. And Andre P., it almost seems serendipitous or biblical that the early Bitcoin plebs I know are just amazing people. Maybe you're right and the Matrix is real, Matty. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't know about you, save for some personalities on YouTube, but that's YouTube. Save for some personalities on YouTube. I haven't met one crypto person that I didn't instantly click with and instantly like. We got a super chat here from Sneaky Pig. Sneaky Pig. I have a photo, 2015, of a Bitcoin ATM. Price was 297 Canadian. For a Bitcoin, I like to look back and regret from time to time, but I'm in now, says Sneaky Pete Vaporizers. Thank you very much for the super chat, Sneaky Pete. 297. I think I've told this story about when I was working as a bartender at a downtown meat market club in Winnipeg. And it was around 2013, 14. And a little hustler came in and he said, yeah, I have a Bitcoin ATM and I'd really like to I'd really like to put it in your bar. Can I put it in your bar? And the owners went, no, we don't want that. And he's like, well, I can offer, 50 Bitcoins to all your bartenders and the owners. What did he say? No. I was one of those bartenders. But here's the thing, it goes back to what I was saying before. Had I got it 50 Bitcoins in 2014, let's say it was worth, I don't know, if it's offering 50 Bitcoin, I bet you it was, 20 cents, 25 cents or something. It was super low for him to offer 50 Bitcoins for everyone, which would have been like 500 Bitcoins. Maybe he bought it when it was super cheap. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, had I got 50 Bitcoins in 2014, would I have held it till now? Probably not. I probably would have sold it when I saw it hit $1,000 because I didn't know. So there's that chance that you can get lucky with Bitcoin before the knowledge sits in, and then that's when you probably depart with your Bitcoin and you chase it the rest of your life, right? So the best thing you can do is get in early, like all of us, do the due diligence and mine the knowledge so you understand, can't sell this, right? So that's where the true champions were, and I'm pretty sure that I wouldn't have been a true champion back then with those 50 Bitcoins had I even remembered that I had them. I would have obviously now, but when I think of 2014 till now, how many computers I had, where I would have had to store it, would I have carried around this piece of paper? Because the first Bitcoin I bought was with a piece of paper in a parking lot, and it's called Polo Park. It's a like a big mall in Winnipeg. I managed to keep that, but that was 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 5 years ago. God, I don't even know. See, when I think 5 years ago, I think 2014. But really 5 years ago was almost 2019. Oh my God. Denny Kane, my buddy that talked my ear off about Bitcoin in 2015, sold his too early, he said, after I checked back in on him. Yeah. Well, I also have a story of a buddy of mine who I played in a band with. He became an early Bitcoiner before it was even on my radar. And he was living through a bear market. So he had put a lot of money into, I can't remember if it was Bitcoin or Litecoin. It was something, it wasn't Bitcoin. It was something like Litecoin. Obviously back then there wasn't like a ton of alts. I think it was Litecoin. Anyway, he put a lot of money into it, and he was living through a bear market. So he had this pressure from everyone that in his family, you just wasted all this money, right? So when Christmas Eve came that day, I got another super chat. Hit the like button, hit it while you listen to this song. Hit the like so it can be liked all day long. Share this video, share it and show you care. Share it now or get mauled by a bear. Yeah, dootin'. Thank you, Carl Elder, for the super chat. All right, that's a perfect opportunity to hit those likes while it is sung to you. Thank you very much, Carl Elder. Long story short about my buddy, it pumped on Christmas Eve. So if you remember back then, Litecoin had this kind of crazy pump into Christmas, a Santa rally of sorts, and he was up maybe like a 4 or 5x from where he was. And he sold. A month later, it did like, let's just put it this way, his money would have went from like, I think it was like $12,000. It would have went into like the $500,000 to $700,000 worth of Litecoin with this crazy pump. So he missed it. And knowing him, he would have turned that into Bitcoin, and that was 2017, 18, $500,000 worth of Bitcoin. He would have been one of those weird Bitcoin whales at this point. So what is the lesson to all this jibber jabber? Is you don't sell it. You don't sell it. Like if there's one thing
that I like people to take away. Looks like we're having a little bit of dump here, 43.7. Not really. We're mincing words. But at the end of the day is that a lot of people ask me, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Sell it? I'm like, no, I'm not going to sell it. Why would I sell it and bring it back into dirty Canadian worthless money to do what? No, this is a long play. This is a generational play. I'm set up for Duke. So all I have to do is keep a burn rate on my life. I have bills to pay. There was a time not too long ago when there was no work to be had for a piano player like me that I said, well, I'm willing to deliver pizza in order to not touch the Bitcoin, right? I wasn't going to sell Bitcoin to live. I'll just work and pay those burn rates and keep the Bitcoin, because the Bitcoin's a long play. Money will come and go. There'll be good times, there'll be bad times. But this is what you have to do to provide your generational wealth, your dynastic legacy to your children, if you have them. And if you don't have them, well, you probably have some sort of dynastic legacy you want to carry on. Maybe it's for people you don't even know. Maybe you want to save it for the next generation. You can put it into a pool. There'll be pools of Bitcoiners that will be looking to do the world better, because that's the great thing about Bitcoin. The group Bitcoiners themselves are looking into the future. They have this time horizon that is miles away. And that allows you to make big plans, whether delusional or what, of what the future may bring. And when you think of the future that you want to bring into this world, you're not thinking of things for yourself when you're a Bitcoiner, because you're thinking of how massive this will change the world. And when that world changes, then we're all a part of it. And that's what kind of keeps me going when I'm wondering, like, do I have an exit plan? No, I don't have an exit plan. My exit plan is Bitcoin. I'm in my exit plan. I'm rambling here on this Friday. You know what it is? I think I had this new coffee. I'm looking for. I don't think he's on today, but one of the beautiful people in this boutique community sent me some coffee from Tucson, Arizona. He's a Canadian, and I had it today. It's good, but it's got me rambling. So. That's not the worst thing. I wish I'll get the name of the coffee. I think it was a small little bag, so it made a pot or maybe two pots. So it's 8:22. I got to get Duke to his tennis thing, but let's take a look at the charts. So I really, at the end of the day, nothing's really happened. You know, like we have had some movement. Don't get me wrong, but this is all just, you know. It was almost a 10,000 or a 10% move from here to here. That is a considerable move, but you know, a day later, we're back here, you know, and we're grasping at this level of resistance. The truth of the matter is, my friends, we need to be above here. We need to be above 44.1, or else we look at this 20 moving average. It really is the cold blanket that keeps us down, or the warm, cozy furry that keeps us warm and up, right? We got to get above here. Look at these wicks. Just the bear is swatting down any bullish move above 44.1. That is, we talked about this last week, that we should see 44.1 when it was here. We crashed right through it, and now we're back at it. But we got to just be careful when Dave sends you coffee. Dave, do you have coffee? You keep promising Duke's perfect pitch song. Yeah, well, all the songs are perfect pitch. However, he's probably not going to make it today. We will get there. It's just, he's got too many things to do to get it. Even when I'm done, I'm going to go up there and he won't be ready, right? So we have a deal where he's supposed to be ready. Anyway, let's take a look at the ding dong really quickly. What we have here is the beginnings of a cute little bull flag. What am I talking about? What am I talking about, Dave Digital? We're talking about I think I just froze. Let me know if I froze. I have the spinning ball. No, there we go. Okay, I didn't freeze. We have a hammer candle here, which is tongue. That's what it is. It was tongue, Dave Digital. That's right. We have a hammer candle. if we can keep it. So we got to keep our peepers on this candle. If this is how we enter the weekend, and you know what happens, we kind of slow down. If we get any movement, it'll be in the next kind of half an hour, right? So it'll be interesting to watch. If we close today in and around this hammer candle, even though it's red, it still shows that the bulls have fought back, since we opened, and that could lead us into a Sunday pump. So we can keep our fingers crossed on that. So what I don't want to see is this come all the way down here underneath this 20 moving average. It's not good. However, you can see this 20 moving average has provided a decent amount of support for us every time we come under it. It's basically our barometer of bullish prowess. When we come under, we usually fight back, right? Mark Dutch, will there be a live piano bar tonight? Glad you asked, Mark. Thanks for asking. Of course there will. The biggest and the best live dueling piano bar in the world happens to be on YouTube, happens to be on this channel. It's the start of a new year. I don't know what to expect at the bar on January. I'm thinking it'll be kind of normal. I'm hoping this new year brings a different bit of a timbre to the crowd, more of a happy, joyous crowd. People are, if you were there on New Year's, it was like, and then silence. It was a very attentive crowd the past weekend, which is weird because I'm used to like the hub, the din of people talking over us when we're doing it. So yes, if you can help us out tonight, we've been doing pretty good. We're coasting at about 50 to 60, which is a double from 6 months ago. So if you have a chance, come say hi at the piano bar. Put in a request. We'll try to get it. I'll keep a lookout for everyone. That's right, Dave Digital. Tongue. Thank you, Tongue, for the coffee. It's got me rambling today. Rambling and the Mad Rambler. And thank you for tuning in, everybody. There it is. It's two pianos, Dave. It's a dueling piano. When he's playing the piano and singing, I'm playing the drums on the piano. When I'm playing piano, he's playing the drums. A lot of people don't know, but we are the best finger drummers in the world. Not only are we the biggest and best live piano dueling stream, we are the best finger drummers in the world. And I can say that with 100% confidence because try to find finger drummers. You're not going to do it. And then if you do manage to find finger drummers, well, gosh darn it, find better finger drummers than Kyle and I. Guess what? You're not going to. So we'll see you tonight. Thank you, everybody. Hey, like I said, 2 minutes to midnight. That's when the SEC likes to slip it in. All those psychopaths, they wait till everyone's not looking. Business day's over, and they're like, release the hounds.
Make sure you like and subscribe.